Hello everyone, the camera is rolling. It is the year 2020. Update. Where's King Reynolds? Did he quit? Did he give up on his music? You see, the king has not given up. The king hasn't even just began, And everyone knows me so much, I freaking hate being called a king. It's like, why I chose that name, King Reynolds? I chose the name King Reynolds because I knew I was just the king of survival. You see, life is about survival. Every true American, great American, was a survivalist. You never know, I might be a president one day. Let's just let Kanye keep talking about running president and running his mouth. He's not running for president, he's running his mouth. That's what Kanye West is doing. He's in Wyoming, But Kanye, I'm going to talk about you, too, in my music, in a positive way. I'm going to talk about a lot of great things to say about a lot of people. So, I'm working on a new album, right? And my next album will be my 10th album. And I've been kind of considering if I should do King Reynolds or if I should do Jimmie Reynolds III. But I think that it's a great idea for me to just stick with King Reynolds because I have something going for myself and I see that. So I think that going by King Reynolds, I'm going to leave that as my music name, And I'm going to release the new album by my stage name, King Reynolds. So, album title. No stealing, but it will relate to escaping death. Everyone isn't just working 9 to 5 out there, right? Remember my song $0? Everyone isn't just working 9 to 5. I see. Everyone is trying to survive. Pay attention. Rule number 1, So, who's the king of survival? That's me. I have a little portable skillet, a little bit portable sleeping bag. I've mapped this out. So, the name of the album is called Escape Death. So I think you guys are ready to see how I truly live, okay? So let me just sit right here. I think you guys need to know how I truly get down. The 1991 program. That's another story. So, I got the sleeping bag in the middle. It compacts real soft, tight, Here's my other sleeping bag. I didn't even tighten it up all the way and compress it, but it's actually a lot smaller. And I think this is the one I want to keep, And I have, look what I got in the mail today. A thermos cup electric where I can start boiling hot water on the go. See, you got to have these magic skills to survive. Don't just look at me and think that I'm better than everyone, because I'm not. That's the worst rule number 1 thing that anyone can do is think that they're better than the next person. I do not think that. So, another one, a skillet. The mini skillet, yes. You have to know how to cook. You have to be ready to stay away from those food pantries because they're out to get you with nonprofit grants. Do not put your name on nothing. That's when you become a new slave. And I have my portable butter. Butter spray on the go, 0 calories. You won't get fat, don't worry. Okay. Now that you have an idea of how I've been living for the last 10 years, okay? Because I did go to college and I graduated, But it's real, okay? All right. Now that we have an idea of how a true celebrity lives, say, welcome to the real world. So, now that you have an idea of what Escape Death is about. See, that won't be the exact title in case you guys try to steal that. It's gonna be Escape Death with other words involved in the title. You see, you have to know what this is about, It's about the time. Everything is about time. So what kind of time are we living in? It's 2020, which is why I have this one. And you heard my other song called You Say I Never Tried. Now you see why, and everybody dies, it's a crazy world that we're living in. People are turning to zombies, So I've been focusing on acting. I've been in Free Ray Shine on Quibi TV. We have some small clips, like 7-minute clips. I've noticed they put me in at 3:16 marks, I'm in a couple episodes. I'm a protester, and I'm the son of Lawrence Fishburne. I am a photo double. You will catch me in there if you pay attention carefully. It's on Quibi TV. It was so cool to be able to see myself in 2020. I'm also in a couple episodes of Queen Sugar, and I've also did some acting on the TV season Purge, as a background actor. But I hope and pray and gonna speak words into existence to become the best actor and entertainer and rapper of all time. That's my goal, and that's what I want to do. It's 2020, it's a pandemic, so when I record this album about escaping death, it's gonna be in a rental. I'm gonna rent me a car, and then I'm going to record the track and audio inside the car, because I've recorded music outside before and off my phone, And so what I'm going to do next, after when I get done recording this album, I am looking for a videographer. Is there anyone that can help me while I got to do everything by myself? We need green screen. We need directors. We need a nice, good video. I got the views. I got the plays. I get the likes. Let's do it. Let's make something great. Let's make a great project. I want this one to be better than a lot of other ones, Maybe I can put all these songs into one video, and just say that was my music video for the decade or something, So my latest album here about escaping death, there will not be any instrumentals. This is not a game, okay? I want you guys to hear me out in these lyrics. So when I come out with this new album, it's not going to be no beats to bump your neck to when you're high or when you're doing drugs or whatever you do, okay? It's going to be where you can hear me out. I'm looking to be the greatest, the powerful. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm independent. I'm just a boss. You pop your collar. So if you've been wondering about me, like I said, it's going to be on my sons. There's nothing I can't do if I already did it, okay? What part don't y'all get? You see, life isn't about focusing on another man. So when you see me out there, don't talk about me. When you see me, I hope that you eat with me. And my name is Jimmie Reynolds III, aka King Reynolds. I love you all. All right, George Floyd, his death. This is a tough topic for me to talk about. I really felt for the guy, with the knee dropping to his neck. I can't breathe, if someone was to drop on my neck, I think it should be tough to kill me, but, I'll be like, man, But his death, I was in Los Angeles when he died, and there were riots, fires. I'm like, man, I already felt something in the people, man. People just started going crazy, I've been in trouble myself. I've done my time, I've done my trouble. So, and I was ride or die solo. So that's why I wasn't out there with the people doing crazy things, because I've done things myself where I've been through hard times myself and wish that things could change. But that just wasn't the way for me to go about it this time, So I watched people do crazy things. I see the military come up. I'm like, man, I hope they don't kill me innocently just by walking. I see huge tanks and stuff. I'm like, whoa. They're pushing all the protesters one side of Hollywood, California, Then I start camping out like near Santa Monica, and then they decided to bring the protests out there past Beverly Hills. And I'm like, man, there's nowhere to sleep. Like, do anybody think about my living situation? Do anybody think about what I've done in the past, how I tried to fight back against the system? They don't think about it. I was banned from all Social Security bills for 10 years. And they finally just considering me not a threat. That's what you call changing, leading by example. And how you lead by example is not by blaming everybody and everything. You just start working hard, despite all the distractions, even when you're against all odds. So his death really shook the world, And this happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where he died. His death just carried on to the next level. And, it already helped change this whole world, because of the coronavirus, too, that happened. I was in New Orleans, Louisiana, when that happened, the coronavirus, because I was going to go there to do filming, but they stopped doing more filming because of the coronavirus, which is why I haven't been working on no new films yet. But I will be back in the game. Trust me, when I will be back in the film industry, you know. But I pray for George Floyd and his family and his friends. I wish them all the best, and I hope that they get what they want and get the justice that they need to help them out. You know, I'm just so sorry for his death. You know, I'm pretty sure he was a great man. You know, it's just sad. You know, he was really from like Texas. I do research. I do my reading. I do my homework. I try to know about the people. You know, Breonna Taylor too, in Louisville, Kentucky. You know, pray for her family. The Aubrey guy. And, you know, I pray for him and his family. You know, I wish the world could just be peaceful and we could all get along. You know, but the news. You have to be careful what you see and hear on the news, because what you see and hear can instantly upset you for the next day, and you're off guard and missing the whole picture of what's really going on. You see, you have to know about the 1%, the pyramid, the eye. You have to know about these things, how this works, you know? That's why I said the number one worst thing that anyone can think is think that they're better than the next person. That's the worst thing that can ever happen to you, is thinking that you're better than everyone else. I don't do that, you know, and I don't worry about haters and people trying to bring me down. And I'm not gonna believe everything I see and hear on the news. I'm gonna talk to you like an educated man, and I'm a man, and that's how I stand. Black lives matter, all lives matter, you know, from every color of the spectrum. So, the pandemic, how to cope with yourself and your confidence. You see, it's not about boosting ego, but you don't want someone to lower your confidence. The truth is the truth, you know? And you have to find ways to cope with yourself. You ever hear about, see, this is Seattle, Washington. You ever heard of Seattle freeze? You know what I say? Freeze these nuts. That's how you got to be against all the hate in Seattle. You know, being a black man. You know what I mean? So we already talking about all that. George Floyd's death. You know what I mean? I'm going to lead by example. You know what I mean? They say all things don't work. See, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. You know what I mean? Like me, I'll take my seat. That's all right. That is the dryer. And sometimes you have to dry things when they get too wet, you know? But, you know, I'll take my CBD edibles. You feel me? Smoke a couple joints sometimes. So you got to do what you got to do, fam. You feel me? As long as you can wake up and get to work the next day like ain't nothing, when this world try to beat you down, you got to come up with different, better ways of solution. You got to cheat the game. You got to win. 6 Super Bowls is 6 Super Bowls regardless. Look at Tom Brady, baby. He had a whole career. So we're going to talk about athletes. We're going to talk about legends. We're going to talk about me and how this relates. So let me give you a list of athletes who you need to pay attention to and why and what made them so great, okay? We're going to start with Tom Brady. You know why I like Tom Brady? He's a winner. I'm a winner. All I do is win, win, win. You feel me? That's it. Tom Brady is great because he's 40-something years old. I'm going to be an old guy in the game. You feel me? I'm going to be OG. I'm 28 years old, I'm 29, baby, but I look about 18. You feel me? With 8-pack and all. But you see why King Reynolds is the greatest? Oh, I'm the greatest too because I got t-shirts on Teespring for sale for you guys to buy. I need to work on the website. Ooh, when y'all see me in person, you know, you've been hypnotized into the 1991 program. With the 1991 program, World Wide Web was invented in what year? 1991. You feel me? What year did I come down here out of sea? 1991. You feel me? It's all making sense. You've been officially tapped into the 1991 program. But okay, Tom Brady's a winner because look, he's going to Tampa Bay now to prove how great he is. It's like Kawhi Leonard. You know why Kawhi Leonard's so great? He can go everywhere, just like me. You feel me? And win a championship. You know, I can go to San Antonio, get that ring. I can go to Toronto Raptors, get that ring. I go to the Clippers, get that ring. You feel me? Okay, Michael Jordan, he was the greatest. You feel me? He got his 6 rings. Bill Russell was the greatest. He got his 16. You feel me? I ain't gonna hate on another man. All right. Now, we're gonna talk about LeBron James. You know why LeBron James was so great? Shout out to Ohio, y'all, back home. I'm from Ohio too. You feel me? LeBron James is so great. He can get to the championship every single year. You know, his stats, he got the most points, most rebounds, most assists. You know, you can't really compare him to Michael, you know, but he take care of his body like me. He's 35 years old. He's going to keep going. He could be 40, 50, 60 like Vince Carter playing ball. Done it because he take care of his health. You see, you got to take care of your health for every single career that you choose to do. See, it's not where you come from. It's who you are and where you're going. Now, Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, they were brothers. They both had 2 rings. We're going to talk about Eli. Everybody expected for Peyton to be the greatest, the GOAT, right? Some call him the GOAT. I still got Tom Brady. But I like Eli Manning too. He got 2 rings against the New England Patriots. And guess what? He won. He had a simple, basic career. He was still a winner. And there you have it, folks, on what you need to do to be great. It's about the time, okay? Everything's about the time. And always remember, escape death. We're back on camera, live action. This is Jimmie Reynolds III, King Reynolds. So, if you guys would love to reach out to me and you like what I had to say, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the 1991 program. So that's the @ the THE 1991 PROGRAM at the 1991 program. If you like what I have to say, you can follow me, press the like button, or even leave me a message, and I will be more than happy to respond back to you with a reply. And if you know of someone else who is very good with making videos, tell them to reach out to me because I could use some help with that, some extra people. Whether if you want to be an actor, an actress in my video, or if you have any ideas with usage of props or scenery, please contact me at the 1991 program on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. My SoundCloud link will also have the extra links, such as my Reverb Nation too. And even on my YouTube channel, when you look up King Reynolds, I will include and add the other links to get to my other social media pages, because we're living in a time of social media, and the pandemic is why I have my mask on. So the pandemic is also making things tough for artists, but we're gonna stay strong as artists in a tough time.